Well, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to you to coming to Quickie Tech for your professional development needs. The purpose of this video is to give you an introduction of how to use Quickie Tech's professional development platform so that you can get the most out of your educational experience with us. You're looking at the home page right now, and at the very top left is our logo. If you ever get lost with where you are on the site, go ahead and click on that logo, and on the right you can go ahead and see where you've logged in, and it brings you a little menu that allows you to navigate to the places that you would like to navigate to. So just to say that again, if you ever get lost, click on our logo on the top left, and then you'll see where you've logged in. Of course, if you haven't logged in, go ahead and log in. But once you have logged in, this little menu, it's basically your pilot's dashboard that allows you to access all the different features of the site. I'd like to start by actually showing you a PowerPoint slide because I want to give you an introduction of who we are. Our vision, which is really why we exist as a company, is to help every underprivileged student in America reach their full potential in a technological society. The vision is really what gets us up in the morning as a company at Quickie Tech, and we really think day in and day out of how we can help underprivileged students all across America. And how do we define underprivileged? We believe an underprivileged student is any student that is not living a satisfying life to their full potential and benefiting society, their family, and their future. Which means that basically any student that you touch, we feel, is an underprivileged student that has not yet reached their potential, and that you are the key to reaching them and giving them the education that allows them to launch their future, their career, and their pathway on a journey that's fulfilling. Our mission is to give teachers graduate level professional development with a personal touch. Now you may ask, what's the difference between a vision and a mission? Actually, every educational institution should have these two things. The vision is why the institution exists. What gets the team up in the morning? What drives them? What is the fuel and the passion by which they exist? Really, for us, it's the children and students all across America. That's why some of the proceeds of your purchasing a class goes toward our buying a laptop every single month for an underprivileged student. The mission is different. The mission is the practical plan that will help you reach your vision. And for us, it's to give you, as the teacher, a graduate level professional development experience with a personal touch. That little phrase, personal touch, is really critical. And we know in the age that we live in, with Facebook, with Twitter, with iPhones, with texting, with computers, some are bemoaning the fact, is the personal touch needed anymore? And we at Quickie Tech have a fundamental belief that without the personal touch of an educator, that a student, a child, cannot get the full educational experience. What does this mean? We do not believe technology will ever replace the educator. We believe technology will always be a support to the educator, and that nothing can replace the educator in the classroom with the personal touch. And just as we believe that for you, we believe that for ourselves. So as we educate you, we will be having interaction with you in our courses. All of our courses have teacher interaction. So I want to go through these 3 steps briefly, just to show you how to use the site. So first of all, the first step is ensure you understand the requirements for your district and professional development credits, or points, or clock hours. Every district has their different hour requirement, teacher engagement requirement, rigor requirement. Make sure that, so that after you finish this course, you will be getting your credits. And of course, there's a lot of professional development providers out there. Some of them are universities like UCLA and USC. Some of them are vendors. Some of them are website companies. There's a rich amount of resources out there, but make sure that you check with your district first to ensure that whatever educational institution you chose really satisfy the requirements for your district. The second thing I'd like to point out is take this course and the courses with a graduate level of thinking. And so we hope you would exercise intellectual depth, in-depth knowledge and exercise and thinking and contemplation and reflection over everything you're about to hear in the courses. Obviously, professional development is for those who have either gotten their bachelor's or credential, obviously, or both. And any education that you get from this point on is graduate level. And so we hope that with the quizzes, with the videos, with the lessons, with the tests, with the forums, with the opportunity to interact with other teachers, you really would take the time that is needed to acquire the understanding of the different pedagogical approaches, the different ways of learning, and some very insightful and new ways to reach students in your classroom. On this matter of taking a course, let me just go ahead and show you how to take a course. And so you can go to the home page, you can click on My Classes, and it'll show you your classes. I'll click on Apple Keynote, and what it does is when you first come to a course, you'll see all the lessons. You should be able to scroll down and quickly see how many lessons there are. This has 7 lessons. The first lesson is always open to you, and until you finish all of the items of that lesson, the second lesson will not open up for you. To do a lesson is very simple. It's just a matter of clicking on the different links that you see in a particular lesson. So for Keynote, you would start by clicking on the first link. You would go ahead and go through and you would read the information that's available to you. And then after you're done with the lesson, always go to this left side to go back to the lesson page. And so on the left, it says Apple Keynote. Just go ahead and click on the title, and that brings you back to the page. Then you can click on the next link. You'll notice when you've finished one link, there'll be a check mark here. That way, if you want to go ahead and log out and leave and then come back later, you can tell where you left off. I realize I'm on lesson 1. I can go ahead and click on lesson 1. Go ahead and fulfill all the requirements. When you've done reading lesson 1, you can go back to the home page. Remember how to do that? Actually, not the home page for the site, but the home page for the particular course. Just go to the left and click on the title of the course that you're taking. Once you're done, well, let's do this. Before we finish everything, let's show you what a quiz looks like. When you click on a quiz, it'll say Attempt Quiz Now. Click on Attempt. Click on Start Attempt. And then it will show you the quiz. Go ahead and ensure that you understand the concepts. If you don't understand the concepts, you can go back and read the lesson, and then go ahead and take the quiz. I'm just going to go ahead and select something here. Then I'll click Next. And then it goes ahead and gives me some information, and it says, do you want to go back and attempt, or do you want to submit all? So if you're not satisfied with your answers, and you're not sure whether you got the right answer or not, go ahead and return and do a reattempt. Otherwise, click on Submit. It'll warn you, are you sure you want to submit? Once you submit, you will no longer be able to change your answers. Click on Submit, and then it'll go ahead and show you what you got right and what you got wrong, and it'll give you your grade here at the top. Of course, for the purpose of this demonstration, I didn't do any intellectual, in-depth thinking, and I got both wrong. And so on this particular quiz, I got a 0. Don't be discouraged if you don't do well on one quiz. What you can do is you can go back and read the lesson, try and understand the concepts, make sure you get the concepts, and then go ahead and move on to the next particular lesson. We'll go ahead and click on Apple Keynote. There's also a homework assignment. So you'll notice here I have 2 check boxes. But then there's a homework, and so let me go ahead and click on this. I click on homework, and then just go ahead and do the homework, and at the same time you can click Add Submission. And sometimes you upload a document, or sometimes you type right into a text box. When you are done with the course, and I'm going to go ahead and move over to another student who also has taken Apple Keynote, but has finished the course, you'll notice all the lessons are now open to them because they've progressed all the way through. Now I'm logged in as an administrator, and so you don't see all the check boxes here, so don't worry about that. But as an administrator, I can have all of the lessons open. At the end, you'll click on a time log. Go ahead and fill out how much time you've spent. Certain districts require that you spend a minimal amount of time, so log in that information. And then you want to make sure you fill out what's called the final form. So when you click on the final form, it'll actually bring up some fields that you want to make sure you fill out so that you can get your points. So that's very important. And that's basically it for taking a course. Then let's go to the very last point, and that is, as we already actually talked about, is fill out the final form at the end of the course. And if you have any questions whatsoever, send an email to us at support@quickietech.com. We're so delighted that you've chosen us for your professional development needs, and we hope to have more interaction with you and see you develop and progress in your joy in contacting students in America and giving them the chance of a better life. Thank you for all that you do.